For a very long time, I was searching for a new manga to read and anime to watch since Bleach 1000 Year Blood War had ended. And recently, I stumbled upon a manga called Kaiju number 8. I've seen the cover of this anime a lot of times, but I passed it up because it was overshadowed by other big mangas like Boruto, Chainsaw Man, and Bleach. However, I finally gave this manga a chance and I absolutely enjoy everything about it. It has a lot of action and it's great storytelling in this manga. So today, we will dive into chapter 1 of Kaiju number 8. And if you want more, the best way to let me know is getting this video to 100 likes. That would be absolutely amazing. Now let's begin. The inception of this story starts off with a bang in Kaiju country, Japan, as a megalithic monster appeared in Kanagawa City. Here's a quick note. A kaiju are giant monsters like Godzilla and King Kong. So the kaiju defense team are telling the people to evacuate the area now. And all of a sudden, the monster fell on the buildings, immobilized with its body split right open. At this point, I was like, what the heck happened? And a woman with long black hair and a rifle was the one that conquered the enormous kaiju. This woman is the leader of the 3rd Division squad. When the people saw what she has done, they were giving her praise on the side of the street for protecting the city. So now we see our main character sitting on top of a van in a different uniform than the woman with the gun, saying that they will be working overtime today trying to clean up the kaiju corpse in the city. His name is Hibino Kafka. So now we see the process the cleaning crew has to go through just to remove one giant kaiju from the area, and it looks like it takes up an immense amount of time. Maybe a week, maybe even more. The cleanup crew also discussed that the worst area you can clean on a monster is the intestines. So now Hibino finally gets home, throws his keys on the dresser and lays out on his bed. Bro, I really do know how that feels when you come home from a long day at work and you crash out of pure exhaustion. Man. Hibino turns on the TV and sees a 27-year-old captain named Hashiro Mina of the Defense Corps 3rd Division. He goes on to say, combined with her beauty, she has become one of the most popular captains in the city. He then has a quick flashback of the captain and himself when they were children, and she said, let's exterminate the kaiju together. He falls on the bed and immediately tells himself stop thinking about that stuff as he passes out from all the beer he has drunk that night. So the next day at Professional Kaiju Cleanup Corporation, a new part-timer started the day named Ichikawa. At 18 years old, his aspirations is to join the Defense Corporation. The manager told Ichikawa that Hibino tried to enter the Defense Corporation a long time ago, but failed. So now he's there working as a cleanup crew member. Ichikawa looks at Hibino and said, why did you give up? And continues to say that he will never give up. Hibino was so embarrassed from the question that Ichikawa asked him. He also stated that if he responds to that statement, he will look so bad no matter what he says. So he didn't say anything. Now this is Ichikawa's first day on the job, and the first thing he has to do is to work on the worst job of all, which is the intestines. Hibino started to laugh at Ichikawa, but the manager said that he has to work with him as well. And immediately, Hibino was pissed off. After Hibino and Ichikawa finished cleaning the intestines, Ichikawa thanked Hibino for his help even though they argued multiple times. He continues and says that everything he did got him through his first day. Hibino looked shocked because he thought that Ichikawa hated him because of their arguments, but that's not the case. Ichikawa then tells Hibino that the recruitment for members of the Defensive Corps increased till 33 years old, and because Hibino is 32, he asked if he wanted to try to enter tryouts because he looked sad from the discussion from earlier when he asked why did he quit. But suddenly, a terrifying kaiju had risen from the streets of the city trying to devour Ichikawa, but was immediately saved by Hibino at the last second. Real quick, if you guys made it this far, I would appreciate if you would like the video if you haven't, and subscribe if you want more Kaiju number 8 content, because this is about to get really good. So this monster is relentless, attacking the two members from the professional kaiju cleanup crew. Hibino kept telling Ichikawa to get out of here because he is young and he has aspirations to join the corporation, so he can't die now. The monster interrupted the conversation and we see the massive kaiju arise from the ground completely, staring down Hibino to devour him. Hibino grabbed the only weapon that was close to him to fight off the kaiju, but was struck by the hungry monster, injuring him. Hibino then has another flashback talking to Ashiro when they were children. He then remembers they were mad at the kaiju that were terrorizing this city, and all they can do as children is watch. So they made a contest with each other on who can become the coolest court members when they get older, and made a vow to exterminate kaiju together. We get back to the present and we see Hibino screaming on the ground with his chest split open. Hibino couldn't move at all and the monster was getting ready to devour him, but Ichikawa hit the kaiju on the head with the stop sign to buy them some time. But Hibino is still in his head, remembering the letter that he received from the Defense Corporation denying him from joining the Defense Corps. But when he snapped back to reality, the monster was about to devour Hibino and Ichikawa, but all of a sudden, the monster get absolutely obliterated out of nowhere, leaving its corpse on the ground in front of them incapacitated. But when they look behind them, the Defense Corp has arrived in the nick of time to save the cleanup crew members. This is the first time Hibino's seen his childhood friend he made a promise to a very long time ago. Hibino and Ichikawa are now in the hospital recovering from the injuries from their battle with the kaiju. Hibino admires her strength, saying that she is so amazing. He then has an epiphany that he really wants to become part of the Defense Corporation again and aspires to go to tryouts one more time. And next thing you know, a small kaiju flew in the window and hovered above him. The miniature kaiju said, "Found you," and entered the mouth of Hibino. Ichikawa was so baffled of what's happening to Hibino and seeing that his face transformed into a skull. And next we see this dope image of Hibino as a hybrid of a human and kaiju as the moon hovers in the background. This image is freaking dope as the chapter comes to an end. So thank you everyone that made it to the end. I'm really enjoying this manga so far, and I'm thinking about doing a full series to catch up where the actual manga is currently. But if you guys want more Kaiju number 8, like the video once again and subscribe.